Welcome to this broadcast, hosted by the staff of the LAD Observatory. LAD opened in 1891 and is one of the oldest public observatories in the world. My name is David Targan, and I am proud to be the director and also a member of Ground Physics Department, which operates our historic facility as a free service to the community. We look forward to welcoming you back to LAD Observatory once we are open again, so that we can point out the sky's gems in person, tell you about the latest discoveries as interpreted by Brown's astronomers and physicists, and give you the opportunity to view celestial objects through our telescopes. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to staff astronomer and award-winning science writer, Francine Jackson. Francine?
Thank you, Dave. I just want to remind everybody that this is a great collaboration, not only with Dave and myself, but also with Bob, Brown's physics lab manager, Jan, astrophysics professor, who put us all together, and both Mike, LAD's curator, and Ida from the physics department, who will be doing the production. Now, because we're not able to open our beautiful building right now, we have decided to assist you in your observing by supplementing the LAD notes with just a few minutes of visual interaction. Although occasionally we may describe an object that might need a small telescope, mainly we will show you objects that can easily be seen with binoculars. Believe it or not, many amateur astronomers stay with binoculars. They are also a perfect first telescope if you'd like to eventually get one. The images you'll see are from the computer program Stellarium, and mainly from fellow team member Bob, with others as listed. Now let's get started. Of course, we hope you have all noticed our closest planet, Venus, in the western sky after sunset. It is now at its brightest. Using your binoculars, you may be surprised that Venus is showing phases, just as the moon does. Right now, it's a fairly thin crescent. We see this because Venus is closer to the sun than Earth. When it travels close to us in its orbit around the sun, we see more and more of its nighttime side. Notice also its motion the next several weeks. It is moving toward the sun from our perspective, and it will soon be lost from view. This motion was an important part in realizing that the Earth was not the center of the universe. We would not be able to see these phases if Venus orbited around us. Only by the Earth and Venus orbiting the sun would this happen. Now, looking back at the stellarium sky, notice the winter stars are also leaving us early in the evening. In fact, the constellation Orion is setting rather early now, and it will soon be followed by the rest of the winter night. Can you make out the tiny constellation Cancer the Crab? Within it is his heart, called the Beehive, M44, a beautiful open star cluster. In a dark sky, you might just be able to see it, but in the city, your binoculars will capture it beautifully. Notice how easy it is to locate it. If you note the distance between the two heads of Gemini, Castor and Pollux, double that distance and use your binoculars for this beautiful object. Moving to the left or east, you should be able to find the body of Leo the lion. Especially important is Leo's head and mane, looking exactly like a backwards question mark. Note Leo's brightest star, Regulus. It is a double, visible with binoculars. Looking beyond the triangle at the back of Leo's body, you may see what looks like the tuft of Leo's tail. It is a dim constellation called Coma Berenice, or Berenice's hair. While not looking very important with just your eyes, your binoculars should pick up several stars forming a very nice star cluster. Unfortunately, the best views are with very large telescopes, which show us this is an area of many galaxies. In fact, this is normally referred to as the Coma cluster because of the incredible number within this part of the sky. Hey, thanks for listening and watching our virtual LAD. Hopefully, we'll see you all next time.